Jamie Moore here, and we're looking ahead to the Women's National League Under-17 final at Athlone Town Stadium on Wednesday at 3 o'clock as Shamrock Rovers face Cork City. We'll be streaming the game live on FAI TV via the FAI YouTube channel with our partners Doppler Media. My name is Jamie Moore. I'll be commentator on the day. Can't wait for kickoff, and we're going to preview the game now. In a few moments' time, we'll check in with the Cork City camp and their manager, Sarah Healy. But first, we're off to Shamrock Rovers to talk to their gaffer, Sean Kelly, who's taking a quick break from work to have a chat with us. Sean, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks, Jamie. Very good,
So it's been a very long year for everybody in the world, but particularly people involved playing football or being on the management side, Sean. So after all that's been said and done over the last number of months, it's all systems go for the big kickoff on Wednesday. And I'm sure everybody at Rovers is very excited.
Yeah. Oh, listen. It's been a long year, Jamie. There's no question about it. Jeannie Mac. It's. I think the preparations for this started way back before Christmas last year, obviously, because this was Rovers' first year in 17, so there had to be a lot of planning. So to get to this stage is amazing. We didn't think we were going anywhere. We broke up for Christmas there, and one Tuesday night, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, and we said our goodbyes to all the kids and the coaches and everybody else, and then 20 minutes later we were back on. So yeah, we were delighted to actually get a few games of football in, and the fact that it's gone so well, Jesus, everybody out in the club and the players, parents, coaches, everybody's delighted.
Yeah, as you mentioned, it's the first year that Shamrock Rovers have had a team in the Women's National League Under-17, Sean. So when you first met Shane Robinson, maybe at around this time last year, in and around Christmas time, to make plans, you probably couldn't have foreseen just how strange the year would be and throw everything in related to the virus in, as well as trying to manage the group and coach them and all the doubt that there's been, and then there's been games and breaks and more games and now a final. You've certainly had a very interesting first year as a women's Under-17 manager.
Yeah, you could say that, Jamie, that's for sure. I don't think anybody could have foreseen the year that was. But listen, we persevered through it. The girls have been amazing. The levels of commitment, the girls, their parents, everybody has shown to get us to this point has been, nobody could say it. I mean, look, to be getting to this final on Wednesday is a huge deal. It's a great achievement for the club, and I think we're delighted to sort of get to this point.
Sean, you might talk me through your season so far. I know there's been breaks and there's been games that you've had to win, particularly in the last couple of weeks since the news came out that the season was back and the finals were taking place in Christmas week. They've had to squeeze in all of the games to get to the stage where there was only 2 teams left, and I think the season started back in mid-July time, and it's all been quite quick, particularly in the last week or so.
Yeah, it's absolutely. No, we were looking to get going early April, Jamie, and it never happened. So then it got pushed back to July, and then obviously with the pandemic the way it was, I think we got going in September, and then it stopped again. So yeah, it's been very stop-start. We got a few friendlies along the way, and it looked like we were gone, but then so we played a few group games, and we were building and we were going good guns. We were getting a bit of momentum, and then it stopped from time to time. So look, we built a good squad. We knew we had a good squad. It was just a case of getting out onto the pitch, and we didn't really let our foot off the pedal. I suppose the last sort of 3 games in a week have been a godsend for us, because we sort of still trained in our pods and stuff like that for the month of November, and so we didn't anticipate it coming back, but the girls themselves, they really wanted to keep training, so we said, okay, let's keep training. We didn't anticipate it coming back. I know mid-November there was talk of it, so we said, look, we'll keep it going, and then lo and behold, it came back, and the girls had trained really well in November. We got a lot of good work done, and it just turned out, it worked out really well for us. We beat Galway in our first game back. Galway would have been one of the fancy teams. I think they were champions last year, Galway. And so, yeah, we beat them 2-0. It was a good, tough game. And on to Athlone we went. We won 5-2 down there. Again, another good game. We played some lovely football. And then it culminated in us playing Treaty yesterday. And, we were 1-0 down at half-time. It had a bit of a semi-final feel to it. If they'd have beaten us by a few and Galway were still in the mixer, we knew we only needed a point out of it to go through, but we ended up coming back, and I think we were probably worth our 2-1 win in the end. And on to Wednesday, all roads lead to Athlone now.
Yeah, we were chatting on WhatsApp, Sean, just in, I suppose, thoughts of doing the interview and having a chat, and you were telling me just how young your squad is, and we covered the Women's National League final itself, or the last league game actually, should I say, between Peamount United and Shelburne when Peamount won the league, and there's so many players in both of those squads who've come through the League of Ireland Academy system, and we know with women's football at times players progress into the first team maybe a little bit younger than they do in the men's game, and your under-17 squad even is a great example of that there's players born across 3 different years and could still play for you next season and some even the year after, and they all have ambitions themselves to progress through. I know at the moment Shamrock Rovers don't have a team in the Women's National League, but that might be a plan moving forward. So you have a young group of hungry young players who I'm sure are all just so excited now come 3 o'clock on Wednesday.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Jamie. It is the case that we have the squad is. I would hazard a guess that we probably are the youngest squad in the 17th National League by virtue of the fact we don't have an 03 in our squad, which means that all the girls are eligible to play again next year, and we've got 5 05. So credit to them; they can play for a further 2 years. So I think, look, again, I can't talk out of school. It'll be Rovers' decision, but I think the plan is long term to certainly have a Women's National League team in Rovers. It won't be next year. Could be 2022, but again, it's far beyond me to say that. It'll be a club decision, and everybody else will make the right decision, I'm sure, at the right time. So yeah, we're really the girls are in a great place. That can be a double-edged sword, whether you have a team to step up to. In some cases, when you've got a really good squad, it can be a stumbling block as well, because not everybody can go forward. Where I suppose the beauty about Rovers, if in 2 years' time they do decide, yep, we're going to go senior, then I think there's no roadblocks for the girls that we have there at present, I suppose, Jamie, and that's another way of looking at it. And the setup in Rovers is first class. It's professional, absolutely, by name and nature, and it's first class. You see the work that the likes of Shane and Ado and Stephen do with the academy lads. It's amazing. It really is the next level. And we've done some good training. The lads have taken sessions for us. The girls really enjoy it. The welcoming nature of Rovers has been fantastic, and it's been really good, really positive. And I think the way forward in Rovers with the girls, I think some of the coaches were even not so much taken aback, because unless you're in the bubble, which is a fair comment, you don't really see it. But some of the coaches, I think, were very pleasantly surprised with the technical ability of some of the girls and everything else. So it's been a really, really positive move, and everybody's sort of really enjoyed it, and it's up for it. And as Ado said to me, Ado Price, that look, it's great to have the girls around the place, and Shane said the same, Shane Robinson. It's been fantastic.
Sean, lastly, in terms of the final come 5 o'clock on Wednesday evening, you'll be hopeful that your girls are standing at the podium with the trophy above their head and the gold medals around their neck. What's your assessment of Cork City, who you'll play, and your thoughts on the match itself, and I'm sure your hopes that the girls will come out on top in the end?
Yeah, there's no question about that now. I think we certainly want to come out on top at 5 o'clock, and look, it'd be a great achievement in our first year to go and win it. Yeah, it'll be a tough game. We've played Cork in a few friendlies, but friendlies are friendlies. They mean nothing. Finals, we've the group of girls we've been in finals before. We've done very well in finals. There's a lot of girls in that dressing room come Saturday or come Wednesday afternoon who've won All Ireland medals, and other girls who've played in All Ireland finals. So, there's experience in the dressing room, and we're very hopeful. We're under no illusion that Cork are a serious outfit. We played them a few times, as I said, and they really are strong. A strong outfit, and I anticipate a really tough game. I don't see anything other than a goal in it, be it for them or for us, or that's really how I see it. I think it'll be, look, it's a final. Sometimes they're not a pretty affair. They're about, as you says, standing on that podium at 5 o'clock and hopefully lifting the trophy.
Now, continuing our preview of the Women's National League Under-17 final between Shamrock Rovers and Cork City, which is at Athlone Town Stadium on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Live coverage on FAI TV on the FAI YouTube channel with myself, Jamie Moore, and Maeve de Burka on co-commentary as well. And I'm very happy to be joined by the Cork City manager, Sarah Healy. Sarah, how are you?
I'm very good. How are you?
Great, thanks. I'm not too bad at all. Really looking forward to the game on Wednesday, and what's quite an important week for your players and your staff and your club as well. What's the thoughts on the task ahead and the cup final, or the league final, the cup final, should I say, league final, same thing really, because it's the only competition this season, and the hopes to end the afternoon and the evening on Wednesday as the champs.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a long season this season, so this is how we wanted to end it, and get a final was our goal. The club, everyone, the supporters, the parents, the players were all excited for Wednesday. We're all looking forward to it, and hopefully we can come away with the win, bring it back to Cork.
Yes. How would you sum up 2020 as a football year for yourself, the staff, the girls, and the club?
I think I would sum it up a bit up and down. But I think like the highs when we're back on the pitch are high, and the lows when we're off the pitch and we're in lockdown we're low. But a lot of the players during lockdown did all their individual work, did their own stuff. We worked through everything, and we did it all together, and I have to give them a lot of credit. In times when we could have given up, and we stuck through it, we dug deep, and they worked as individuals. We came back, we worked as a team, we did non-contact, we did everything to get here. So while it was hard, it was worth it, because we got where we needed to be in the end, or we wanted to be in the end.
Yeah, I can feel your pain. I managed St. Pat's under 19s and it's been very similar, and the use of things like Zoom and the footballers doing runs and doing skills and doing workouts at home and doing FIFA tournaments and football quizzes, and you're trying to keep them in the loop as to the season might be back, but it might not be back, and we don't really know, and all that sort of stuff. All of the doubt and stuff. It's just been incredible that every young player in the country has just rolled with the punches and just done their best to stay fit and stay sane as well.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. It's been hard but we had to roll with punches, and throughout it we stayed positive, and the players, they really stayed positive, and they were really like, the season will continue, we will get there, this is all worth it. And unfortunately it has been, and we have gotten to the final, and we're very lucky, and I do think the girls or the players deserve that win in the end, but we've got to go out there and earn it as well.
Yeah, it has to be said as well, there's so many other footballers and football coaches and stuff who haven't been able to even train and play matches over the last while, and given that the League of Ireland underage is considered to be elite, we all feel very lucky that we have been able to continue to train, continue to be on the football pitch, and to have something like a league final at the end of it just a couple of days before Christmas is a very nice thing for the girls of both clubs to be able to do, just given how much they've all put into the year.
Yeah, I completely agree with that, and look, we are lucky to be elite, and I do think it's been hard for grassroots clubs and coaches and players there, but fortunately we were one of the lucky ones that got to continue training and that got to have some matches, and now we're fortunate to be in the final 2 days before Christmas, so we would love an early Christmas present.
Yeah, well, certainly be the perfect Christmas present for everybody at Cork City. For yourself, Sarah, as the manager, how have you had to adapt to being a manager in COVID times and everything that goes with that? I found myself that I've spent so little time on kind of football stuff, and I've been using the staff a lot more when I've had to deal with lots of the other stuff that has been brought by COVID, which is just so important to deal with, but it's not really related to the actual football.
Yeah, I think definitely as a manager, I found this year I've had to do a lot more like communicating via Zoom, via texting, via phone calls, as opposed to like, you're not meeting people face to face every week, and you're relying on your staff to do more, because you're not on the pitch as much, and you got to keep them going together. So it's been a new challenge for me. I've enjoyed it. I wouldn't have said I would have been very technically gifted before, but now I've improved on those skills as well, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, the season overall on the pitch, and it started in July time, and again everybody was waiting for exact dates and when it was going to happen, and this season it was split into the 3 group phases, and then there was the next lockdown, and then you found out maybe 10 days ago that there was going to be a completion, and you had to win a couple of games to get to the final, the same as Shamrock Rovers had to do. How would you reflect on the year overall from a football point of view, when again your girls had to go and win important football matches to make sure that they eventually were in this final?
Yeah, I think from a footballing point of view, for it to be cancelled and us to kind of be winding, we didn't officially have a last session, but we kind of were like, this is going to be our last training next week, and then we got the email saying we'll be ready to play at the weekend. So we were happy to get the email, and the way they formatted, I think they couldn't have done anything else, only formatted with those games, with 3 games in the space of 7 days, 3 tough games. I mean, Peamount, Wexford, Shells, they're all They were all good. Competition gave us great games. It was very exciting, but tough on the players physically and mentally to get through the 3 games. But fortunately, our players, we put in a lot of work to get to this stage, and the 3 games we did well in, so it was good.
Yeah, what's your assessment of the Shamrock Rovers team who you'll face in the final, and a Shamrock Rovers team who are at the end of their first ever year in the Women's Under-17 National League? So they've had a fantastic season to make it to the final. You guys have as well. So what's your thoughts on the task of facing them on Wednesday?
I think congratulations to Shamrock Rovers in their first season. That's a huge credit to the work that they've put in up there. And we have played them a few times in pre-season and then the second pre-season. But they gave us great games, and I think they're a well-structured team. They're going to be physical. They're going to play good football. We've watched them play. We've seen them play. They are going to be tough, and we like to play against the best, and it's good that they're there as well. So, but hopefully we can play football too, and we can see them out.
What can the people who are going to watch the game on Wednesday expect from your team? And there'll be so many people watching who would like to be in Athlone Town Stadium, whether they be parents of the girls, grandparents, aunties, uncles, other friends. And I'm sure, like all the other managers speaking to the under-17 managers and the 19s managers, that the parents themselves are probably having an argument in the house as to which of them will be allowed to go, because the rule state is just 1 parent per player due to COVID. So there's probably some internal fighting going on between mums and dads to find out who's getting the golden ticket.
Yeah, I can imagine the parents are tossing. I think it'll come down to a coin of a toss of
a coin, like the referee.
Yeah, the referee's decision there on that one. Yeah, but I think we're so grateful to have the game streamed, and that everyone at home can watch it and support the girls. And I think what we can all expect from us is we want to play good football. We're good on the ball. We're comfortable. We're defensively solid, and then in attack we're very creative, and we got a lot of pace and power up front. So we can I hope everyone can expect a good game between both teams, and give everyone a nice watch today or Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday as well. But this will be going out today for some people who might watch it. The magic of technology. Some people might watch it on YouTube. Some people might watch it just before kickoff as well, when you'll be giving your last words to the girls. And I just wanted to finish on that, Sarah. What would it mean to you guys, to the girls and yourself, the manager, the coaching staff, the club, that come, whether it's, just the game, whether it's extra time, whether it's penalties on Wednesday, that the final outcome is a win for Cork City and gold medals around the girls' necks and a league trophy to bring back down to Leaside?
That would mean so much. I mean, we've done so much developing over the past 3 years that I've been involved in the club, and to lose in semi-finals in the cup and the league last year was a big blow, and we still have a lot of those players, so it means a lot to those players to be in the final this year. And winning would just be phenomenal for these girls, for all the work that they've put in, from lockdown to individual work to coming on to non-contact. They've done everything right. We deserve to be where we are. We deserve the gold medals, and they'll be buzzing if they win it, and we obviously have to go out there and do that as well. We're not just going to get handed that, so we're ready for the mission ahead.